So I'm gonna show you right now from step numero uno how to correctly light up your big green egg. You ready? I think you guys are ready. Ready, let's do it. Let's jump right into it. What you always want to do first is you want to ensure that the cooking grid on the big green egg is thoroughly cleaned. So I start that out with a wireless grill brush like this right here. So you just clean and get all the food remnants off the grid. And we have a clean grid to start out with. That's step number one. Go ahead and we want to stir up the coals that are in there. By stirring up the coals, you're getting rid of all the ash and any remaining food particles that might be in the egg. The big green egg, it works off of air. So by getting rid of all that sediment, all that ash, and having it settle down here in the box, we're gonna remove all of that. And when you're done stirring up the coals, all you have left is salvageable charcoal that's left in the eggs. Once that's stirred up, you want to come down to the bottom of the egg, and we want to remove all of the ash from the egg. By doing this, we're getting rid of all that ash. This is a very important step. I like to do this after every single cook, and I like to do a deep clean after about every third or fourth cook. So you can see a lot. Very important key, because fire needs what? Air. That's right. Okay. Now, once you sufficiently cleaned the egg grid and cleared all the ash and properly stirred the egg, the next thing you want to do is fill the box up with charcoal. I personally prefer to load the egg up to the second line in there. That'll give you enough time, where you're doing your longer cooks like your ribs and your brisket and your pulled pork. So fill her up to that second line. Here, after dogs, this is man's best friend. These are the big green egg charcoal starters. And what I like to do, come on in here. What I like to do is take about one or two, and then I just kind of break them up into little pieces. These right here, they get the party started right. And I like to just kind of lay them around a little bit around the coals. And these give you a nice little head start on getting the coals lit. So what I do, take my little mini torch, and I just light the charcoal starter pieces all around the egg, like so. What I like to do then next is take a couple of the coals and kind of lay them on top of the starters. And once we have our fire going with the fire starters, I close down the egg, open up the vent on the bottom, open up the vent on the top, because you want to allow that heat to come up to your desired temperature. The more air you have, the hotter the fire is, the hotter the flame. So 5 to 10 degrees, you want to start closing off the vents, and that's going to get you that proper temperature. When you start shutting it off a little before, when it gets to that temperature, it'll stay true, tried, and steady. All right, so once you have the big green egg at your desired temperature precisely, or a couple degrees, higher or lower, it's gonna be all right. We wanna go ahead and put our clean, very clean grid back onto the big green egg. And what you wanna do is let that grid now come up to temp about 15, 20 minutes, and then you are ready to cook. You'll have a clean and efficient big green egg cook each and every single time. And I have the good fortune of cooking from my Woo kitchen. Until next time, I'll see you guys on the flip side.